Yo, guys, it's your boy Broly Gaines out here, and of course, we about to hit y'all with another beautiful video. Shout out to my brother from another mother. We got Rip out here right next to me, man. You
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, baby.
Bro, let them know, bro. Smash that like button.
Smash that like button and subscribe button.
Let's go. Yo, I haven't seen my guy in mad months. It's been a little while, and you feel me? Normally, we visit each other in Miami, but my guy's in Maryland, you feel me, or the DMV area, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out here too, I'm everywhere. No one is safe from getting saved. And I was talking to my brother, and one of the things that we was talking about, especially in this video, is like why or how did you get inspired to start working out? Because for us, a lot of times, you know, we already have a physique that most people would probably pay a lot of people to be able to obtain. You know, and after getting, sometimes some people after getting this physique, they lose their ways, you know. So I like to try to re-spark the inspiration for everybody so that they are not out there just wasting their time doing the same one exercise and expecting their legs, doing push-ups and expecting their legs to get bigger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, let's preach, let's teach, let's reach the nation. Just by changing yourself, we can help to change the world. Shout out to my brother Ripper, bro. What inspired you to work out, King?
Well, initially, I started working out at 9 years old. This was in 2000.
9 years old, bro?
In 2000.
Wow.
So I started working out at 9 years old. I wasn't doing much of what we do now, just basic. And I didn't have a trainer. Nobody coaching me or teaching me. I was just doing stuff innately. Then,
when you say basics, do you mean, because do you mind just breaking down a little bit, like, because a lot of people don't understand what the basics is, you know what I mean?
So like core work, because I was doing like flag football and I was more of an athlete, but no one got me into strength training. So when I was at home, I would just experiment with different things with my body weight stuff like abs, like sit-ups, different movements as a kid.
Calisthenics.
Like calisthenics, but on such a basic level because nobody was showing me.
Yeah.
But I kept evolving as I got older. My mom died at 36. I was 13, so about 5 years later, from 9 to 13, she passed. And it was from stress, not managing her stress properly. It was from not being aware of the pharmaceutical medications that she was on. She was having allergic reactions. She was ignoring that because the doctor was telling her to take it, but her body was telling her not to take it, but she was listening to the doctor, and she ultimately paid the price and she passed. So
at 36.
At 36.
So my condolences.
Yeah,
bro.
we close to that age. So
right.
See, that's young. So when you neglect your health, when you don't educate yourself first, you've been lied to, and you're in this paradigm that you've been taught and you haven't got out of it, then you are perpetually self-destructive because most of the information, unfortunately, was not true. And that's why we're in the condition we're in. But until we get out of the paradigms, we're like in a perpetual state of self-destruction. So after that, I really started evolving. 13, 14, 15. I was wrestling, playing football, running track. But then by the time I was 16, 17, I was like a professional in calisthenics. Like I was going 2-3 hour workouts at that age. Because, you know, I train crazy now, but like 5-6 hours now. But back then I was doing 2 hours, 3 hours at that age. So that took a lot of discipline. Nobody was forcing me. Nobody had to reinforce me or make me work out. It was something I loved to do, and I just was doing it.
Since then?
Yeah, since not consistently.
So by the time you was around 16, 15, 14, when did you start seeing like real results?
I was noticing results at 15, 16. I was chiseled. I was still lean, slim, but I was getting chiseled. I was noticing definition. I didn't start putting on size till like college, like 18, 19. But like 13 to 17, I was real lean and cut. But then as I started lifting weights when I got to college, I was still doing calisthenics. But then I started doing hybrid training, and I started putting on more size. So I didn't need protein powder or all these synthetic products because I started so young. I didn't put that in my body. So I've actually did the work where I know that none of that stuff builds muscle because I actually put myself through it personally. And I know that consistency and patience and proper blood flow and nutrition is what build muscle. But if you don't got the patience and your mind is weak and you want instant gratification, then you won't get the results. It's really impatience is what caused guys to get off track and take all this other stuff because it takes time. They want it to happen when they want it to.
Right now.
Yeah, they want it to happen.
Instant transmission, instant.
Yeah.
Just transportation of the however their body is from old version to new.
And you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself and you neglect your you're abusing your body,
Yeah.
and you're gonna pay the price. And and it's 20-year-olds now having heart attacks because the chemicals are not getting any better. From the 70s,
Steroids.
from back in the day to now, everything is worse because the experiments have been done. They know exactly what to do and how to get you off this planet. Like, it's population control. So they know the food now is more chemical than it was in the 70s. Everything is worse now because of the time we're living in. And if you don't understand the time we're living in, you're under the trap, under the trick.
There's a lot more processed foods. Like, there's certain places where in certain countries they still live or still go by that paleo kind of diet where it's not as much processed foods, there's more food from source.
Right.
We shouldn't even call it a diet because you're not dying yet. It's the
Right.
type of regimen that you're following along to be able to live. So it should be called a live it.
Right.
Which is the funny part. But
Exactly.
yes, the food, and I agree, my brother, and I see it with my own experience that the food that we have nowadays are a lot more chemically induced, which lowers a lot of men's testosterone. You're eating a lot of food that has estrogen in it, that's raising the estrogen, and then a lot of guys are talking about they want to get results, but then they're not even working out. A lot of guys talking about they want to get something done, but they're not even working, period, to be able to pay their bills. They're not even feeling motivation, so they don't want to get up and do anything. And then they want to blame women.
Yeah. No, it's
A lot of
mental
times, exactly. It's yourself, and we gotta look at self and stop reflecting on other people to be able to, feel me, change the world. Because we gotta start within first.
Yeah.
So you've been doing hybrid training. Yo, I started lifting weights, bro.
Yes, sir. I see.
I started doing
You
a little
see-
bit.
you see the
I
difference,
started
yeah.
doing a little bit of weightlifting, guys. So I'm definitely gonna track how that journey's been for me. I'm gonna let you guys know as well a little bit of hybrid training now. So I see that. So how it affects me. So you say you've been doing a little bit of hybrid training. That's what inspired you. So what inspires you now to stay consistent, even though you already built your body to the point where you are satisfied with what you have?
I like to inspire other men to get in shape. I like to inspire our people to stay healthy and in shape. Sometimes I'll just do walks of routes, different routes where it's a lot of traffic or a lot of traffic and a lot of people. I'll go out with my shirt off and just walk around. It's a marketing strategy, but also it's a way to inspire them to say, damn, look at his physique. I want to look like that. I want to get in shape. So initially they might be like, damn, but then the work that it takes is the thing. But initially it's supposed to inspire men to want to do what we do is supposed to inspire men to get in shape. Women too, but men in particular, because we're men, we want to inspire men to be masculine, strong, and foundational supporters of their families and communities. You got to take care of your health. If you're eating the wrong foods and you're lethargic and you're going to be unmotivated, you're not going to have the strength and energy to go out here and face challenges in the world and do what you're supposed to do because you're dying. So you're not going to have the drive and motivation to go out here and face the reality. So everything we teach is it's not for vanity. What it's supposed to do is supposed to inspire you to elevate in consciousness and intelligence and health. From there, we did our job. From there, you start. And it's like a snowball effect, but you have to start somewhere. So what we do is supposed to just catapult that motivation, and then we get out the way. And then you can have fun with it, do whatever you desire to do, but you got to get on the path.
Believe it or not, it's really sad that we've been taught or programmed to think that when you see a person's body that looks like this, that they must be on something special, they must be on steroids, or they must be doing something that's out of the ordinary to be able to obtain these type of physiques. Whereas every single person has abs. Every single person, at least that's not deformed or disabled, has shoulders, has 2 arms, 2 legs. You all have muscles. We all have a skeleton. We all have a brain. We all have everything. We all are the same. So that means that we all, and you see, we're not related. We came from 2 different parts of the world, but we came together and see that we have one thing that's similar. And that one thing, that similarity that we have is the mentality to stay consistent with at least some type of work. And that work ethics, you can see that happening to other men. You see that with Goku Pump. You see that with the group that we have, or friends that you see us around. Because, of course, we only hang around people that's like-minded to help us build ourselves. But you see why we look like that. So why even question those things if you know that you can bring out the best of yourself just by seeing someone else? Why get jealous? It doesn't make any sense to be. That's energy. That's emotions. Utilize that emotions to transmute that to be able to transform yourself. Turn up Super Saiyan. Feel me? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about your looks. Or if you feel as if that's too vain and you don't want people looking at you, sometimes some people feel like they want to be, a little bit behind the scenes and whatnot. Utilize that energy to put it in towards the books. Put it towards the stocks, put it towards some type of financial situation for you to be able to build up your family so you can get them out of the hood, get them out of the situation that they're in, that they've been in for generations before you. You feel me? Like, this is why we walk around with no shirts. This is why we work out. This is why we preach and go around the world teaching everybody to be able to get more aware and mindful of the love and the discipline that they have for themselves. Do these!
Yeah, facts. It takes strength. I'm gonna say this really quick. It takes strength as men to be a cornerstone, especially we can just speak as we're black men, we can speak from our perspective.
Yes.
Is that when you're a black man in a society like this where everything demonizes you and it's to crush you and put your woman above you and make you feel less than a man, that's like doing muscle ups. Like, that's like a great challenge. We're doing 100 muscle ups. We're gonna do 100 muscle ups in 10 minutes. That's a challenge. You see what I'm saying? Like, something like that seems impossible, or something like it's like Mount Everest. But at the end of the day, that's why God put you in that position, because God don't want you to be weak, because God knows that the strength that he's put in you is there. It just needs to be cultivated. The only way he can bring it out of you is putting you against a challenge. If the workouts are easy, you can't build your body.
Nope.
If life is easy, you can't build your spiritual body. So we just weak and we make excuses and we want pleasure. We don't want sacrifice.
Comfort.
When you mention steroids, men who do that are, once again, they're looking for instant gratification. Because why would you sacrifice your health and what God gave you for a physical look? So once again, that's a low level of mathematics, cause and effect. I would never do something detrimental to my body. The whole point of working out is to be healthy.
Yeah.
So why would I put that in my body to kill my body?
Yeah.
Because you don't understand your body is an organism, not a mechanism. It needs to be cultivated like a plant. If you putting hormones, you putting foreign hormones in your body, then you gotta expect, even though we don't study, we're not chemists, we just consume. We don't study the ingredient, high fructose corn syrup. Most people don't even know what that is. Most people don't know what these chemicals are, but you put it in your body. So you don't know what the effects are, but the evil scientists do. Yeah. So it's unintelligent first to be out here not knowing what's going in your body, and then the fact that we don't farm, and I'm farming now. I'm getting into manufacturing and producing my own foods. But I'm working with the Amish community and a few others. But if you don't produce your own food, then you're at the mercy of the people who do, and they are engineering everything. So no wonder why we're so damn crazy. And our minds are deteriorating because your body is not getting what it needs. You're killing your body. So it's not a shock to me why people are in this condition. It's the food that's in your body. Once that is cleaned out and you change your diet, everything else gonna fall right in place. But we eat for pleasure. We don't eat for life.
Exactly.
We live to eat. We don't eat to live.
Yeah. And if you look, bro, you could go in certain countries, even like Jamaica, bro. You see a lot of, you go in a country area, or because my family's from Jamaica, so I've been there just recently, not so long ago. You'll see in a supermarket in the local country area a whole bunch of fruits that are GMO, bro. Like, in that place, you can't even get fruits from the supermarket and take the seed to be able to go.
They let it
you can't go to your agricultural yard and go plant that seed to be able to grow your own food. It's hard to even be able to do that. And you don't allow, and most people, of course, there's people doing it, but the fact that our own governmental system is fighting us from being able to not only learn these things, but take just the seed from the supermarket alone and just by accident.
They feel like the poor population is getting out of control, so they call it population control. Population control is where you target a specific demographic, which are the underclass or the poor, and you get them off the planet. They call it population control. So
but
all of these fruits that you mentioned as GMO, it's not in their communities. It's in our communities.
Yeah, but then look, watch this. A lot of times, every time, everywhere I go, our own brothers, we can't work together. Yeah, you find some type of situation that you disagree about something. My brother and I done disagreed about everything. And every single moment, we still, in every single moment, we still are able to collaborate. We're still able to have commodity.
We agree too.
Yeah, but we still disagree, and we're able to have the emotional intelligence to be able to sit down and talk it through. You feel me? That to realize that we're not enemies. We are energetic beings that don't vibrate on that same frequency at that time. And it's okay. You feel feel me? So our people, especially when you see some type of similarity, not just within muscles. You feel me? It doesn't even necessarily have to be color. It doesn't necessarily have to be whatever you think you want it to be. Like, we are all reflective of each other. We are all living energetical beings, man.
Yeah.
So like, learning how to master this is one of everyone's purpose besides creation. So come on, guys, stop destroying.
Yeah.
And if you want to be able to create and love and master these things, first it starts within.
Yeah.
Stop destroying yourself.
Yeah.
Come on. Doctor telling my girl she gotta stop working out. She pregnant. What the fuck you mean stop working out, doc? The lady doctor like, yeah, I'm glad this nigga was like work out. Feel me? You looking good. I'm surprised your ankles ain't swollen. Most women come up in here pregnant with their ankles swollen. You must be doing something. Feel me? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro.
A lot of people don't know who to trust because the information that has come down from the highest source of these institutions have lied and miseducated us over the years. So it's like, why would I believe anybody else if the people that's supposed to love me and that's over me would lie to me? So like I said earlier,
learn it.
Like I said earlier, if you don't get out of the paradigm, if you don't know the time you're living in, number one, and you don't get out of the paradigm that you're living in, then you're gonna get caught in the tricks and traps of this society. It's like a society full of, it's like a trap waiting for you every step of the way. That's the way America, and specifically America, is set up to trip you up. It's like a game. It's like to get advantage over you. If you don't understand what you're a part of, the system, the type of system you're a part of, you will never prevail. How can you win against something you don't understand what it is? You will never have the confidence going through it because you don't understand it. So we have to start gaining greater understanding by humbling ourselves and learning other. Somebody can tell you anything, but you use
Taking the time to
but
learn
you
it
determine
yourself.
you determine lie and truth by the law of mathematics. Somebody can give you anything, but as an intelligent human being, it doesn't matter what somebody tell you. You should have the intelligence to know and to look, to research further, or to innately know, okay, this is true. This can possibly be true. This can possibly be false. But see, that takes a certain level of desire and want to and intelligence. If you want everything given to you, you want the easy way out, then you're just getting dumber and you're dying.
You're gonna be comfortable. So you're gonna accept people telling you information. You're not even gonna question it. Oh, it must be true. You're saying it. Oh, the TV's saying it. Oh, they're saying it on the internet. It must be true. You know, rather than that person right there, it's too much work to go look it up themselves, to read it themselves.
Or even internalize it. Even if you don't
resources to learn it themselves. Like,
even if you don't research it, let's just say the internet is off, right? The internet completely shuts off and there's no access to Google or none of that. If you just use what God gave you, you can determine false and truth. You don't have to use the internet because they want to dumb you down with that anyway. If you just took yourself out of the technology and looked at creation, just study creation. That'll let you know what the truth of life is.
This is where me and my brother be disagreeing, because I would agree with that. I would agree with that if most people was living in their most righteous selves.
That's what they should do, though.
They would be able to discern, like, okay, right. This is. I shouldn't do that,
so
or I
should
be able
righteous.
to do that because most people are, especially if you're unhealthy, man, you can't even tap in with how your body is feeling.
Right.
How are you supposed to understand what the universe, the earth, the nature? If you're treating yourself, yourself all messed up, all, you feel me? You're just like abusing your body. Imagine what you're doing to the abuse that you put into the planet, bro. Imagine the littering, the violence, any type of negative energy that you're putting out, because that's the type of energy you put into yourself.
So now
most people, you won't be able to sit down and understand, like, oh, well.
So
you know what I mean, like that person.
So we get into the, like you just mentioned. Now we get into the root cause of why we in this condition, because we not living righteous. So righteousness is serious. Wickedness is serious. So if you're not living righteous, then you don't have the power and you don't have the connection and the confidence to go further. You're gonna always be behind the 8 ball. You're gonna always be ignorant. You're gonna always be foolish because you're not connected to that higher self. That higher, with that intuition, that strong feeling of energy and power and creation. If you disconnected from that, you're losing, because that's what you need right now. If you don't have that right now, you're in trouble. So living righteous will reconnect you and get you back in God's favor. Because right now we live in satanic and don't even know it. Because we want the world, we want wealth, we want compromise. Nothing wrong with wanting wealth, but you're willing to compromise for it. You're willing to backbiting and cutthroat for it.
P Diddy and all these guys that's supposed to be, super celebrity, well known. You see them all. You know what I mean? All the stories is coming out.
They
you
falling.
know what I'm saying?
They falling.
Because what
they did to do,
money, to
most of them,
stuff, you know what I'm saying?
what they had to do to get it,
yeah,
it's causing them to fall because they compromised and they deviated. We wasn't there. We don't know what they did. But apparently the universe is showing you something by all of these celebrities falling down. And even Minister Farrakhan has warned over the years. Elijah Muhammad before Farrakhan was talking about that. So if you just go to that source and study what they've been talking about with the what he called the shadow government and these institutions that back celebrities. Celebrities ain't nothing. It's people behind them. Presidents. It's people behind them that invest in them. Who are they? Those are the people you need to know about. Those are the people who are with the satanic agenda, and they just use your desire to want money and your poverty-stricken mentality. They'll use that to come on, we got money for you, but you got to do this.
You know what's funny though, Drew? You know what's funny too though, King? That I realized not too long ago. The way that society is here, of course, in America is very different than other countries, and this is not a third world country. Some countries that are third world countries, they have. It's not as abundant as it is in the first world country, right? So obviously this country's system is set up to be the way that it is. Why? Do you feel me? I started to think about that the other day, and I started to realize that the system is the way that it is not only to like make money and whatnot and stuff like that and create the economy and stuff like that, but like if certain things like the certain advantage that women will be able to get, if all of that was to go away, women probably wouldn't want to stay here. On top of that, if women wouldn't want to stay in America, men wouldn't want to stay in America. That's the economy. It's over. It's over. Once we start realizing about all the goods that's, you feel me?
You said, why is the government, what did you say?
I'm just saying the society, because a
lot
of times, no, I'm not saying how it got like that. I'm saying the reason why it's like this is because like, one of the reasons at least, is because like, this is one of the ways to keep the people trapped here.
Like
you know
in
what
the
I mean?
Matrix.
Yeah, like you're trapped, especially if you're in the workforce. If you know what I mean, you're part of the matrix that are not really woke about yourself, but you just really woke about getting, you know what I mean? Because everybody gotta pay bills, bro. So you're working so hard to pay your bills, but you forget about yourself, because that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then they
fearful.
They you know what I mean? You kind of put your health to the side, and you said that happened to your mom. You know what I mean? So like. In many ways,
fear at the end of the day, because you choose that. You don't have to work for nobody. You don't have to choose.
That's a program though, bro.
But you don't have to allow nobody to, especially the same people who enslaved you, you don't have to allow a wicked system to oppress you. You allowed that because you're afraid. You don't think God is fighting on your behalf. You don't think God is backing you because you disconnected from that. So not only did they create a wicked system, they disconnected you from your divinity. So now you're not even protected by God because you're not plugged in. Until you replug into that source of strength, you're not protected. So you're in constant self-destruction, and you're like between a rock and a hard place.
What about then? Watch this though, King. Because there's people who are super. This is where me and Ripper be we be battling sometimes. Because I be like devil advocate at times. But there's people who are at the top, especially like running the world, who are totally evil. And you feel me? They will tell you that they're the most righteous, closest to God type people as well. You know what I mean? So it's like in this realm, as far as like the system goes, because even the people that's killing and kidnapping, P. Diddy would probably be praying and all that shit. Everybody that's doing things is probably praying to God too. You know what I'm saying? So like
that don't make you righteous.
Exactly. So like the system that's in place. Instead of getting upset at the system that's in place or feeling as if we're trapped and giving up and stuff like that, we need to study the system, study the histories, especially if you don't want to care about someone else's history, study your family's history. Because if you know why your family is here, then you'll know where you'll be going. If you know why you here, your bloodline. A lot of people don't even know what blood type they are. You know what I mean? Like,
but I
also ask the doctor.
But I want to add to that. This is serious because I want to add to that because if you look at America, it says it's a democracy, right? But you go to another country, it's a theocracy. So democracy is demonic rulership. Theocracy is rulership by God, righteous rulership. So when you're in a democracy, you're in an environment where the principles of righteousness are not promoted. The principles of righteousness are not embedded in the people. So don't be mad at the American people. Don't be mad at your own people. It's the fact that they have been tricked out of righteousness, and they have not been truly taught what righteousness is. So we think we live in righteous because we go to church. But what you don't realize is that the same people who set up the church is the same people who set up the banking system. They set up the institutions of school and the pharmaceuticals. They control the religion. They set up all of that.
You think Jesus black or white?
He's black, according to the scriptures. But they painted him white in America because they don't want you to know your power as a black man or woman. I got to make them white.
Look at Russia. Russia putting it out there.
That's been known, but not in America. So my point, I was saying this to say this. America is like a big experiment. God allowed America to exist because it's an experiment to test your righteous nature or your wicked nature. If you're a righteous person, you're truly going to be tested in this environment. If you're a wicked person, you're going to be tested in this, because you can prevail as a wicked person in America, but you're going to be tested with how you handle God's people. So both will have to pay. If you're righteous by nature and you don't listen to your righteousness and you compromise that, you're going to pay. If you're a wicked person and you follow your wicked nature, fine. But if you hurt God's people, you're going to pay. Most wicked people have to do evil towards God's people to be successful. You gotta exploit them. You gotta lie to them. You gotta miseducate them. Why they can't leave God's people alone and be successful? Why they can't come out and tell you what their plans are? Because they want to trick you. They can't tell you what high fructose corn syrup is, what it is, and what they can't put that on TV because you will stop eating. What's McDonald's? They can't tell you what it is because you will stop. An intelligent person wouldn't go back. So they have to hide that to trick you, and so that you eat it and put it in your body. Yeah. It's not a system of integrity. It's a system of wicked lies and tricks that God allowed to test the righteous and the wicked together, because they never existed together according to history. It was always separated. But the wicked never had an opportunity to flourish. America was invented or created for the wicked to flourish, for the wicked to have power and influence around the world. We living in a very significant time. This is the first time this has happened where the wicked had influence like this, because it was always the righteous, never the wicked.
Not necessarily.
Not the power of America. You had wicked empires. You had wicked empires.
No.
You had wicked empires before, but they didn't have as much power as America. America has been the most powerful, most wicked, opposed to Babylon and Rome
before Noah. Before the ark and Noah and stuff
but
like that.
That represents America. That was a parable.
But
prophetic parable.
But so that to me is almost comparable.
Yeah, but it didn't exist.
What I mean?
That part of the area. Okay, that happened back then, but America, every wicked nation, never had as much power as America. Never had as much influence as America. America is the first wicked nation that has had influence worldwide. That area, it was just in that area. They didn't have influence over the world. It wasn't world dominated.
Nah, so that's why I have to disagree with you, bro. Because look at our people, bro. Every people around the world that's in our color, bro, is confused.
It's because of
America.
Nah,
I'm not, bro. No, bro. Hold on. I gotta go. Because I get so passionate about this. No. America adapted these type of ideologies or these type of teachings from things that were basically
before them.
Yeah, bro, that was basically
they took it to the next level
on another
That's
scale.
What I just said.
You feel me? On another scale.
Because it was wicked empires before America.
Yeah, but
America took it to the next level.
I'm agreeing that. I'm agreeing with you on that. But I'm just saying that they at that time was doing it on a worldwide scale as well, not just because you're saying that they was just doing it in that area.
It was just in Europe.
Nah. I'm
Rome, Babylon.
I'm telling you all that shit. So everything that was happening, it was happening in different places all at the same time. You feel me? So in many ways, there was forces that was able to manipulate in these different races to, you understand what I'm saying, bro? So it wasn't it wasn't just America. It's there's people that's been working together that, feel me, kills the
whatever.
I'm saying
you
in
feel
the,
me?
in
That
the
that's our
21st century that we're living in, America has had more influence of wickedness than any other nation. It's a fact. No nation has ever been this powerful and wicked, bro. Never. It's never happened.
I can't.
It's never happened. Not
I
that they
agree,
were
I
wicked,
agree, I agree,
but they
they're
didn't have
wicked.
as much power as
I agree,
America.
wicked.
America has been a powerful nation. You realize that?
We weak, bro.
No, we have been powerful. We're weak
We're
now.
very powerful.
But we have been more powerful than any other nation that has existed over the 200 years, bro. America has had a lot of influence. America has had a lot in the economics and spirituality and religion.
my brother,
America has, listen to me. America has led the way in a lot of wicked, debauchery ways all over the world.
First of all, a lot of Americans, we all speak English.
I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the system, the higher ups.
Bro, the system comes from
the government.
Europe.
Yes.
System comes from Europe. So America is being run by the whole ideology of English and the things, the system that we have
Europeans.
came from them.
Europeans.
You feel me? So if anything, they have way more power. The euros have way more value than the dollars. You feel me? Like, them niggas is ruling. We don't understand. We may think them niggas is ruling. Shit, they've been ruling America
now.
at least. They've been ruling America at least for a long time.
It's changing
Feel
now.
me?
Yeah.
China too. China got mad. Don't sleep on China. You niggas are sleeping on China. You go out there, you start phones, phones will pick you up and drive you somewhere. All right? A phone, like, come on.
Yeah.
Feel me?
But I'm talking about principalities, not really technology. I'm saying the principalities of why our people are in this condition, mentally and spiritually, is because of the wicked ideologies that have been taught over here.
Yeah.
We're in the worst condition than others because we're in the belly of the beast. You need to really study the history of why America was created.
Nah, you wildin'.
America is the most powerful wicked nation, and it's for a reason. Like I said, you got to test the
wicked.
righteous. You test them over here. Even the righteous whites, when they come over here, they're tested because your evil nature will come out or it will stay in. It just depends on.
You know, I have to disagree with you, bro. You go to Africa, bro. There's way more wicked shit going on, bro.
But the Europeans have influenced that. They've influenced it.
And Europeans also have influence over here as well.
But they were given that opportunity. What I'm saying is, they've been given that opportunity to do that. It wasn't always like that. That's more recent. That hasn't always been that way. We've allowed that.
For America or Africa?
No, I'm saying the wickedness that you're witnessing is relatively new in terms of the time. Like if you go back 2,000 years, 4,000, this what we're dealing with is more new. It hasn't been like this. It's like an evolved form of wickedness.
So
the spiritual wickedness is more on the surface now.
Let me tell you another time that was a little bit more wicked. Slavery. I can tell you another time that was a little bit more wicked. It was mad times, bro. Like niggas was wilding out. Even for
but that was a process. Slavery was a process.
Even the Jewish people and the stuff that they went through during the Nazi wars and stuff like that, that was wicked, bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's mad wicked shit that's been going on in the past, bro. So we can't say that this is the most wickedest time, because honestly, this is the most. No. Listen real quick. This is the time now.
You misunderstood me though. That's why I don't want you to go on and you misunderstood me.
Right,
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that slavery wasn't wicked. I'm not saying this is the most wicked time. Of course, dudes was getting hung on trees just 40 years ago.
Yeah.
We're not seeing that now. I'm saying the time. When I say time frame, I'm talking about a time period.
Yeah.
We talking 6,000 years in totality, but the last 2,000 years, that's what I'm really trying to say.
Okay.
In the last 2,000 years, because the European was given 6,000 years. So they was given Moses for the first 2,000. Jesus came the second 2,000. Muhammad the last 2,000. So those was the three prophets that they were given. We're in the final 2,000. This last 2,000 have been the most wicked because they're out of time. The wicked have run out of time. So it's like it's an all-out attack wickedness. Slavery was in the last 2,000 years. That was 400 years. That was in the last 2,000. So all of that, I'm saying all this together, because if it wasn't for slavery, we wouldn't be in this condition. So that's a part of what I'm talking about. The reason slavery is why we fucked up.
It's still slavery now.
Yeah. So I'm saying all of that is a part of this. But it was a process for black people to go through, not to break us and make us more wicked, but to make us stronger. God had to put you through that to make you stronger, to bring something out of you. It wasn't to break you. It wasn't because these are innocent people. They were kidnapped. So these are innocent people. The generations, they didn't do nothing to deserve that. Absolutely. So these were generations of innocent people that were being hung and lynched and raped and killed. But that was a process God put us through. God don't look at death how we look at it. God is the master scientist. So he look at things in a different way than we do. We don't look at things really emotionally. He understands our emotions, but he don't really look at things emotionally like we do. So God is the master scientist. That's why he allows Satan to exist in the first place. Satan is wicked. Why would a righteous God invent a wicked Satan? It was for a scientific purpose. because we have greater things in us that have not come out. So the only way I can do that is
disagree with
putting
that.
you against
I
challenges.
disagree with that aspect of why God put saying.
Okay.
saying. But this is why I love my brother, because we could sit down and have some crazy ass conversations for hours. You feel me? Agreeing and disagreeing with each other all day, and just consistently linking up and making sure that we not just exercise our bodies, but exercise our brains by consistently having these conversations. You know what I mean? And creating, sparking up new ones, inspiring new ones. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys though. This video is probably very long, so we gonna end it up right now.
It never gets too old.
But word, y'all gotta understand the message though, man. Consistency, hard work, and don't depend on anyone else or like something positive to inspire you always. You feel me? Like my brother started working out through a situation that was life-changing, you know what I mean? And I can't even imagine how that felt. So, and this is when
I started before my mom died, but that catapulted me. Her dying really increased my discipline and focus.
Yeah, so like I could look at you now, you feel me? So in a way, something positive came out of it. So just in anything that's negative, there's always something positive, guys. So set the goals to be able to push past and aim for the stars so you can be your best self, and always work with your family, work with your friends, work with your peoples. Stop being so upset. It's okay. Stop being so stop taking everything so serious all the time. It's all right. Breeze it off. Feel me? Go on the side, scream if you need to. Release that. It's therapeutic for you. That's why I be telling y'all to turn up Super Saiyan. This is why I tell y'all to work out. This is why I tell y'all to read and to eat right. Because of course, if you're not putting, you are what you eat. If you're not putting the right stuff into your body, if you eat only animalistic beast things, you're gonna be beast-like, right? Feel me? If nature didn't make it, don't take it. Let's go.
Live righteous. If y'all have any questions about that, please hit me up. We can talk more. I would love to talk to you.
Subscribe to my brother's
because this
page,
is a matter
man.
of life and death. You gotta be living righteous right now.
Let them know your page, Brody, so they can go follow you.
Instagram at JAQUE The Ripper. YouTube, well, they changed it now because they put the numbers at the end.
Yeah.
The Ripper 3010. So it's The Ripper 3010. I had it as just The Ripper, but
Same
YouTube.
thing happened to my shit too.
Yeah, YouTube.
It's like Broly Games 007.
They did that
like
automatically. Yeah, so it's The Ripper 3010. I guess that's how they determine. It's like a barcode or something. So yeah, but hit us up, please.
We're only barcodes, guys, so make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go! That was dope, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.